It's Week 12 of the 2022 season, and we'll see Jameis Winston as he's moved past 3,000 yards passing for the year and looking for more. It's the Saints and the Niners, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the New Orleans Saints and the San Francisco 49ers. Charles Davis and Brandon Gaudin here with you for this one, folks. And, Charles, we have a change of pace from a normal NFL game in this one. We've got two teams who rely heavily on the run game on the offensive side of the ball, featuring the league's top rushing unit and another who ranks not too far behind.
And if you like two teams that just love to run the football to drive their offenses, you've come to the right place because we've got a nice old-school battle of wills in the trenches in this one.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Now here's Trey Lance leading this 49er offense onto the field. Some very big expectations for the second-year signal caller.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
Right out of the gates, Lance going to the air. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. There are the numbers for Samuel from that game last week. 4 catches, 62 yards.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy the defenses had better focus on.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Got his target, Samuel. Finding room at midfield. And some space here. Still on his feet. Inside the 10. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
Mitchell. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. On 2nd and goal, here's the option. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Elijah Mitchell, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are on the board first here this afternoon. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And here come the Saints about to begin their first possession. And the man in charge of this offense, his 8th season now in the NFL, former #1 pick, Jameis Winston.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
They begin on the ground with Kamara.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 16 carries, 88 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Jameis to throw it.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game.
Well, able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew where the first down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the first down. Excellent tackling right there.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Cameron Jordan has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. The #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. We call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara, and some room to maneuver. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Again, it's Kamara, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Winston to give, it's Kamara.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try to throw now. Winston. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Now Jones, and he is going to lose yardage here. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing, Winston. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
And Lance now to throw.
Man open, that's Ray McLeod.
2nd and 4. Trying the right side with Mitchell.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20.
The Niners at 9-1 on the year. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
And partner, to me, this is a team that no matter what the matchup, they are up for the fight. They are really suited for the postseason the way they're playing right now, and I would not want to face them come playoff time.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
And now they'll throw with Lance. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down.
Flush to his right. And he fires one, but incomplete. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10
at their 38. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
He'll find its tight end. It's Adam Troutman.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints. Play fake. Winston. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down.
Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They're leading right now and on the heels of that victory last week against Arizona. 1st and 10 as they start this drive.
Now Lance.
Flushed out right. Oh, able to avoid him. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 in the 1st.
And cue the applause, and there it is for him. The mark he's been aiming for all season long. 1,000 yards. Just the 3rd quarterback to reach that milestone, joining Lamar Jackson and Michael Vick. That's a season's worth of work and a huge commitment to get him the touches that he needed to make that happen. Congratulations.
On 1st down, Lance.
That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
And he's got the hook up to McLeod.
And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They run over center with Mitchell.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down.
Well, they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance.
Escaping the pressure right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
The Lance going to throw.
8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
No surprise to see him running again here. Is something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Lance looking to throw it.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Cameron Jordan, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
To try again after the sack. Lance. This pass into the hands of Turner. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Here's Lance.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Well, the final weekend of November is upon us. Boy, can you believe December right around the corner? It always seems to get here quickly. But coming up tonight, we wrap up the holiday weekend with the Packers and Eagles from Philly at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow night, we wrap up Cyber Monday with the Steelers and Colts from Indianapolis. They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Play action now, Winston. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And the next-gen stat's going to show that sack carried out in just 2.5 seconds from beginning to end. Here's Blake Gillikin now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10.
At the 31-yard line. And down he goes just beyond the 35, and that pretty move got him some extra space to run.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 2.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
A fumble. The ball's out. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin.
From the gun, a give to Mitchell.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third down, here's Mitchell.
Oh, what a move. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding. Offense.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Throwing now is Lance.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Cameron Jordan able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Winston looking sideline, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Kamara up the middle, and he is going to lose yardage here. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Lance now on 1st down.
Getting this into the hands of Turner.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. Here's Lance to throw it.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Meanwhile, Winston's throw taken in by Landry.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Working out of the gun, Winston.
That pass is caught by Hardy. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he's got the hook up to Landry.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Jameis again.
Throw left side complete to Troutman. And the Saints are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Saints. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there.